Y'all, today is July 24th. Tomorrow, July 25th, is the deadline for payment of the LPN program. Yes. What's up, you guys? Welcome back. I am Celeste, and you guys, when I tell you, I'm just getting off work. I am getting ready to head to the gym because I have so much tension and stress and anxiety built up in my body about getting into nursing school. And yeah, I'm just on the brink of like jumping off the I quit, I give up bridge. Like, I'm just out of it right now. Let's get into the video. So, as you guys can tell from the opening of the video, I am all but in tears right now because my faith that's as small as a watermelon seed is the only thing keeping me right now. The fact that God gave me a vision of my graduation, the fact that God gave me clarity, He gave me permission to go. The enemy knows, the enemy knows me not as well as my God do, but He knows me, or He's familiar with me. He's been with me that long because, y'all, today is July 24th. Tomorrow, July 25th, is the deadline for payment of the LPN program. Yes, we are still talking about that. And I told y'all I read the handbook. During this entire process, y'all, I feel like I've been dealing with people who just got the job and this is their first time doing this. Like, they're new to everything, new to the process, new to everything, because again, I feel like I'm being led with breadcrumbs. And I did my FAFSA. I've never had issues with FAFSA. Never. Okay, there's a first time for everything. Got you. I called FAFSA to clarify with them what the issue was. There was no issue. Okay, July 17th, go to orientation. Went through that whole ordeal, and because of my faith, I still went ahead and I paid my money, signed all my documents. I'm number 4. I'm student number 4. Parking permit number 4. I am the 4th LPN student in that class. And I want to be graduating at the top of my class, so I'm more than halfway there. Get to orientation. Before orientation, the lady told me that that FAFSA wanted to do a verification. That's when I told y'all I called FAFSA. They told me that on their end I'm good, and as far as they're concerned, I've done everything I needed to do. Okay, July 17th orientation, I got my student handbook. Because we were told in the email before registration that we would have a test on the first day, I went ahead and I've been reading, making copies, taking notes out of my handbook. I read the handbook. It said that the school does a verification process for all students using FAFSA. Financial aid told me that. I told that lady that's what FAFSA told me. So when she had me, because I haven't filed my 2023 and my 2024 taxes yet, and because I had a business, I paid for about 5 or 6 years. I paid an accountant to do my personal taxes as well. Okay, because she knew all of the laws and everything to make sure I got most of my money or whatever. That's why I paid the accountant to do my taxes for me. Y'all, I'm on my way home and this lady right here don't know how to drive. And so I don't know if it is an issue that I need to look into. I don't know if it's going to cause me a problem at this moment in my life, but I paid somebody to do my taxes. I don't do my own taxes. I tried doing my taxes one time through TurboTax before having my business. That was the first and only time I've ever had an audit. I've never done my own taxes again. Don't let family members do it. None of that. So the fact that my financial aid said head of household and one, because I'm married, the lady at the schoolhouse is having a hard time trying to process and comprehend my personal business. And it is agitating me because you are not IRS. You're not even a tax accountant. So to be concerned why my papers are filed the way they are filed, that's none of your business. That's none of your business. That's none of your business. And so when I went to registration, and she was saying that the verification process wanted a copy of my tax return, or they wanted W-2 forms for the income of me and my spouse for 2023. I told her my spouse don't have no income to report for 2023. He did not have a job. There are no W-2s for me to bring. She could not fathom that. And maybe I should feel good about that. But she started, like, she read this box. I'm just saying, because this box says that you certify all of this information is correct and true, and if it is not, there could be an investigation and criminal charges, and I just don't want you to be in any trouble. I'm not worried about that, ma'am. I'm not worried about being in no trouble. This is the truth. Here go my W-2s. Period, point blank. End of the conversation. Y'all, that was submitted a week ago. Because I haven't gotten the words in my human ears, you are good, you are enrolled, you need to report to class on the 30th and have this, and this, or just report to class on the 30th. Because I haven't been secured in that, I just been on pins and needles, yo, because I had to sign a paper saying that if financial aid or WIA didn't pay or something like that, that by the 25th I was responsible for my semester fees, which is $2,040. That's for the semester. That's the liability insurance. That's all that stuff for clinicals and stuff like that. That's for my ATI fees and everything. So I don't have $2,040. I don't have anyone that could write me a check or give me $2,040 that I'm aware of, or that I'm in communication with, or that I know they have the funds and will give them to me. I don't deal with family like that. So if there was family members that could spare the money and I pay them back, I don't have a relationship with them. So to call them and ask them for money, that's something I'm not going to do. And because God has given me visions and He's given me confirmation and given me permission, I believe. But to get an email yesterday from the WIOA counselor, Beth, and it be polite, like I already had felt some kind of way because she's been real nasty with me. So she asked me for an update. That flared up my anxiety and stress about this whole process, because you and the school have been talking all this time. Every time I emailed her or text her for some type of guiding light or information about something, she would not respond to me and bit my head off the one time we could have a conversation. So it bothered me that she asked me for an update and not the school, and then made it seem like she couldn't get in touch with the school. So I let her know I haven't heard anything since the 17th. She said, okay, thank you. Then today I checked my email because again, tomorrow is the deadline, and Lord and behold, I got an email from the student portal from the school. And y'all, when I went up there to the lady and gave her my W-2s before registration, this is 2 weeks ago now. Not only did she see on the FAFSA application that I put I did not file taxes, I told her I have not filed 2023 or 2024 yet. I don't get money back, so I don't be pressed to file taxes. And personal taxes, you cannot file for 3 years. So 2023, 2024, and 2025, I don't have to worry about filing right now. Now, when they get to 2026 taxes, then yeah, I'll probably get something from IRS in trouble because I haven't filed taxes and I've been working and whatever. Don't know because I ain't never got there. But the point is, I told you I did not file my taxes. I gave you a printout from IRS.gov that said there is no taxes filed for this person for this tax year. And then I gave you the W-2s printed off from IRS.gov. Tell me why the email today wants a tax transcript. And because this is through the school, the verification process of FAFSA is through the school, I just feel like I am being targeted. Like I am taking everything so freaking personal. And that I can say is my fault. But I just don't understand why, because me not filing my taxes is not causing harm to anybody other than IRS, because if I owe money, if I file taxes and end up owing money, they don't have their money. But other than that, I'm not lying. I don't get government benefits. I don't get Medicaid, Medicare, food stamps. I don't get no kind of electricity aid. I don't get no kind of Section 8, no kind of housing. I don't get no kind of assistance with my rent. I don't get no kind of anything. I don't even have a government phone, a free phone. I don't even have that. So to be taken through all this extra crap because she knows that I have a husband, and on my FAFSA I put head of household, and I did not file. Like, because I'm overwhelmed and I'm stressed, my mind is just constantly going left into negative. And for everything that I've been through in my marriage, it's got me so infuriated that heifer is hung up on a man that ain't hung up on me. Like, I would understand if me and my husband shared bank accounts, if we had 401ks and each other were beneficiaries. I can understand if my name was on my husband's house, if me and my husband had a business together where both of our names were on the paper. Like, I would understand. But when I tell y'all, I've been married for 12, it'll be January will be 12 years. Me and my husband's name ain't on nothing together but our marriage license from Florida. Okay? Nothing. He's my emergency contact, but I guarantee you I am not his. And right now is not the time to talk about that Negro or our marriage, because my mind is not there. My heart, I mean, I love my husband because God made me the loving person that I am. But as far as pining and whining about why things aren't perfect between us, why he's not this way, why he doesn't do this or doesn't do that, I'm not there. I'm not at that bus stop. So I'm not concerned with that. But to not be concerned with that, and that is all up in my educational career space of my life. Y'all, I had to do some ice. When I tell you, God is a great God. I'm gonna just say that. God is a great God, because I'm not putting nothing else out to the atmosphere. Nothing else. Y'all. So, resolution. Instead of complaining, let's talk about the resolution. I was going to print off the paper from IRS. I was going to be late from work tomorrow, and I was going to go up to the schoolhouse and take the paper up there. But I knew that would set my faith back. That would bother me a lot. It would weigh in my soul and on my conscience. So when I saw that the notification said to log into the portal for more information, I logged into the portal. I had already went to IRS and got the document that they needed again. And I pulled up the portal, read the document, read the email, the full email of the notification that was sent to me. And it said that I could go ahead and upload the document. All before, when I had to take my W-2s, when I had to get my W-2s and stuff, the form that the stuff that the school had showed me, I couldn't access that in my portal. So I had to take off from work, be late from work, and take the documents up there to them. So this time when I went on the portal, I saw that I could just upload the document. So that's what I did, y'all. I just uploaded the document, and it weighed on my spirit heavily to email them a copy of the document that I uploaded. And I felt like it would give the devil room to bother me some more. So I was just like, you know what? Nobody contacted me to say your verification is held up for this document. I didn't see the email until about 4 something. The email came to me like at 1:51 today. So just to preserve my peace and my faith in the vision that God gave me about nursing school, about me furthering my career in education, I just uploaded the document, submitted it, thank you God, and I logged out. And y'all, I don't know if I should call tomorrow, because tomorrow again is the deadline. Excuse me. I don't know if I should wait to hear back from them. But one thing So I'm not saying nothing to nobody. I'm not speaking to God tell me to speak. And him directly to who I'm supposed to speak to. I think that was Joseph in the Bible that he did that he told him to go preach, and that he'll send the people for him to preach to, or he'll send them to the people to preach to. Whichever one it was. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I've done everything I could possibly do. Even if I filed my 2023 taxes yet, them being uploaded to IRS, whether I do it myself or whether I pay somebody to do it, it's not going to be loaded to IRS in enough time for me to print off a transcript. And it's not against the law to not file my taxes. I didn't lie. I'm not being fraudulent or a criminal about anything. So I'm done. I don't have nothing to prove. There's nothing else I can do, and I'm not waiting around for somebody to bark a command at me. So I'm good. I'm gonna go to the gym and get in me a really good exercise so that I can get all of this up out my body, because I can feel it. I can feel like, and it's not even like, I just feel prickly all over, like vibration prickly all over my body. And I know that it's just because right now I'm wind so far up inside my body, just because I feel like there's nobody to tell or nobody to report how I'm being treated or how I feel to. And I don't know if that's because it's not a legitimate feeling, or maybe because there's nothing really wrong, and I'm allowing my old self to show up and react in a new situation. I don't know what it is, but I am releasing it, and I'm going to have a conversation with God about it tonight in the shower before I go to bed. And I pray that God give me a sound rest tonight, because I don't want to toss and turn about this all night long. I gotta go to work. I have to be to work tomorrow, and I gotta stay late tomorrow, and I gotta be to work Saturday. So 4 11-hour shifts. Well, Saturday I'm not gonna be able to work past 6, but 3 11 12-hour shifts plus a 10-hour shift back to back. Like, I'm tired, and I'm not even tired because I do a lot. Enrolling into nursing school, y'all, has been a lot on me. It has been a lot, and I'm not going to regret it, and I'm not going to just complain about it or point fingers or anything like that, because I'm grateful for all of this stress in the beginning, because I want to enjoy going to school. I want to enjoy learning about my new skill, my new career. Like, I've even looked up all 23 certifications that you can have under your LPN belt, and I'm already working on trying to figure out if I can shadow, volunteer, or when can I be hired as an intern just to help the company and gain experience along the way. Hey girl, it's gonna be worded something to that effect. So I keep looking down, guys, because I'm taking a different route home today, because I'm stopping by the gym before going home, because I'm not going to go home and then leave back out for the gym, just because the gym is like 20 minutes from the house. I live in a country, which is why I'm getting ahead on thinking about the career that I want, because I need to figure out where it is that I'm going to live as a nurse. But I definitely plan on registering with several states and just getting my experience in the same way I did as a pharmacy tech before I settle down on most of the certifications wanted you to have like 1,500, and one was even like 4,000 hours of working in that area of supervised or whatever. So I want to go ahead and like find some place that I can start off volunteering, and then hopefully be hired on at minimum pay as an intern, just so that I can get the experience on my resume. I don't even mind working for free. I just want the experience on my resume, because I'm definitely not going to do more than like one day every 2 weeks or something like that, just because I'll be in school plus working this job. So y'all, I feel so much better decompressing with y'all. I feel so much better. But I'm still finna hit this gym, because I have a headache and my body has been aching for the gym, and going through this process because I've been stressed. Like, I've been losing weight mad crazy. And so I'm in the process of trying to eat more, and I'm gonna get back into the gym so I can work on my booty. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a great day. Thank y'all for listening and for being here. It meant a lot, because the only other person I called today was just like, you're thinking too deep about it. Just stop. It's going to be what it's going to be. And that irritated me even more, because the person couldn't help me calm down or see my situation clearer, because they were ready to talk about their situation with a dude. Yes. Never mind. All right. I'll see you on the next video. Hey, you guys. Welcome back. I'm Celeste. And today is Friday, the 25th. I don't know why I thought today was Thursday. But, so yesterday I told you guys that, and that video was supposed to be the end of that video, but, sorry about that. I had to come outside of my job and walk to stop crying, and there's nobody that I can talk to that's going to just support where I'm at mentally and emotionally with school, and mentally. Emotionally and mentally, yeah, I said that. Like, y'all, I don't even want to be at work right now. But I really can't afford to leave. I don't need to leave financially. I don't need to. But this morning, I got to work and the school called me after I uploaded the document yesterday. And they said that the school is not going to accept my financial aid, the Pell Grant portion, to pay for school, because I didn't file my 2023 taxes. And once I saw the number, my mind went blank, but I felt the disappointment. But y'all, for some reason, I still have hope. And so she said that she needed to speak with WIOA, because she thinks that they go by the same guidelines. And so they may reject paying for this semester because I did not file my 2023 taxes. And so, to be honest with you guys, and I'm just going to speak and be honest, I give up. I've been through a lot. I've been mistreated. I've tolerated a lot. I've drove myself insane. I feel like the middle of my hair is thinning. I don't have everything that I wanted to have for school. Y'all, and the fact that 2 weeks ago we talked about me submitting paperwork, and because she didn't say I think you should, the same way she thought that my papers were not legit and she didn't think they were going to work, like the same way she said that, like if she would have said I think you should file your taxes, I would have filed them. And for it to be 2 weeks later from that meeting, IRS would have had some type of transcript or proof that I filed my taxes. So y'all, even in the midst of my human failure and disappointment, spiritually I still have hope that WIOA is gonna come through just for this semester. And I had given up humanly, but because spiritually I still have hope the size of a watermelon seed, I emailed WIOA, my caseworker, and I told her what the school called me and said. And I asked her if they would pay for this semester, and I'll go ahead and I'll file my taxes. Just pay for this semester. Would that be okay? And y'all, with today being Friday, me being at work and financially, if I am in school, I really can't leave work today. I'm already 7 hours in the hole that I was supposed to try to make up. I just got a I get it, it's on the way to me, but I just paid $400 and some for an iPad for school. Like, I'm just, you guys, I'm empty. And with everything going on in my life, definitely I quit, and I'm gonna fix everything that I got going on. I think the applications are already open for next year. Everything is still gonna be something that I have to do, because in a year everything expires. I can update my CPR, but the physical, everything, all of that is expired, will be expired next year. So I have to do everything over again. But I can go ahead and get it in now. Like, I can go ahead and get it done by the end of this year so that it doesn't expire till the end of next year. That'll give me time to be in school and renew everything in the summertime. Once everything has been submitted, I could just go ahead and start renewing it and just be ahead and on top of my shit moving forward. Now that I know everything, the second time around should be smooth, y'all. But I am distraught and disappointed today, and I feel really, really low. The final word has not been given yet, so I'm just leaving everything to God, because humanly I quit. I quit, but I give it over to God. I'll see you guys later when I get an update. Bye. Hey guys, what's up? I'm back with an update. So about 2 hours ago, the school nurse that's over the program called me, and I'm glad she did. She was one of the ones that I emailed when I wasn't able to get in touch with my WIOA person. And I let them know that because of the lack of communication, I may have to pay for school, and I'm just trying to get ahead of everything. So when she called me, it made me feel really good, and it gave me some type of peace. She told me that we know that school starts next week, Wednesday, and that she wanted to help as much as she can to get everybody situated with school. So for me to come in Monday with everything that I have, and they're going to go through my stuff and see what they could do so that I could be in class on Wednesday when school starts next week. So I was on the phone with a friend of mine, and they, as always, trying to do the best they can for me, which I appreciate them so much. The person, it wasn't one person. They actually did some research for me because I was crying, and they hate when I cry and get upset, and found out that I could go on FAFSA, update my FAFSA that I will be filing, and then when I do actually file, just go back in and enter in the information from my 2023 taxes. So I went on FAFSA to do that. I realized that in doing that on FAFSA, because I didn't have an actual printout with numbers from filing my taxes, I plugged in as much information that I could from my IRS documents, and then I submitted it. Originally, when I did my FAFSA and put that I had not filed, it said that I was eligible up to 73.95, I think. When I submitted all this information a couple hours ago, it said that I was available for $43.95. So a $3,000 difference, which I don't even care because I just need this semester covered for $2,040. And then I'm already doing my 2023 taxes and my 2024, and I'm going to go ahead and put aside the cash to pay for next semester because I don't want to deal with WIA anymore at all. And to be honest with you, even though financial aid money is free, I'd rather pay out of pocket because depending on people and systems will always have you behind or lagging, and nobody's to blame but you for not having your life in order. And that's why I said going through this enrollment process, it is going to have, I just realized how much I let me and myself go. So I reached out to my accountant that used to do my taxes, and found out that not only did they go up from $150 doing taxes, but they also are now charging anywhere from $280 to $355 to do taxes. They aren't charging me anything extra because they're filing 2023. IRS would only be the one that penalizes me or whatever. So I'm gonna walk one more time, but I wanted to sit while I finish it, updating you guys. So I emailed her everything from my W-2s, and I called first, and they told me that when they file the taxes, there's a document that she can give me that's particularly for students for FAFSA. There's also a document that she can give me to show that my taxes have been done. Not that they're submitted to IRS, like getting an IRS transcript, but she can give me like a workup sheet or a 1099 or a 1040. She didn't say the name of the sheet. I just know that I can get like some type of form from where everything has been worked up, and that's what'll be submitted to IRS. The thing that I don't know is, because they are open on the weekends, I don't know how long it'll take for the information to be uploaded to IRS to get a transcript, if I have to turn in a transcript at this point to the schoolhouse. And I don't know if because of how much it's gonna cost to pay to have my taxes done, I also asked her, could I give her a portion of the fees, assuming that I'm gonna have to pay $355 to file the taxes. I asked her if I could give her $150 when the taxes were done. I will pay a rush fee if I can have everything done by Saturday so that I could have that document for FAFSA on Monday. So y'all, I'm trying everything that I can, and if I don't get in this semester, I am hurt and I am devastated. I do feel like a failure. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But when I started this process, I realized that I didn't have my life in order. I realized that I am and have been a mess for a very, very long time. And there's stuff that I didn't even tell you guys, but a part of the reason why I'm struggling mentally so much and stressing so much over this process is because my shit isn't together. And I'm afraid, I was afraid of it being what caused issues in my life, just because I can honestly say that I knew that procrastinating and not handling my business was going to come back and bite me in my rump. And so if this is the cost of that, I accept it. I acknowledge my wrongdoing, and I'm in the process of changing it now. Like, whether or not I get into school, I'm going to pay the money to file both my taxes this weekend, well, next weekend when I get paid. And I'm just going to focus the rest of this year on taking care of all of my shit and getting myself together, because I'm so upset that I may have to do all of that process all over again. And it'll definitely be easier because I've been through it once. So I know what to expect. I know how much things cost unless prices go up. But I trust in God, and I have faith the size of a watermelon seed. It's not shrinking. The growth of it may have been paused or stunted, but I still have faith the size of a watermelon seed. And so the more that I keep focusing on walking forward, God keeps showing me that He's the one carrying me. Because to have the nurse call me, and I can hear in her voice that she wanted to help so that I can attend school, like, that was enough for me to be okay with whatever happens moving forward. So as of right now, you guys, class is next week, Wednesday at 8:30. And I get my iPad this weekend. I had bought some non-athletic nursing shoes. They are so cute. Some Mary Janes. I'll show you guys. But they're not going to be in until the weekend after school. I ordered pens and highlighters and a pencil case from Temu. That's not going to be in until the week after school starts. So I'm just, you guys, honestly, holding on. I'm holding on. But I understand that my lack of over time has put me in a position where it's hard for people to help me, or because of the position that I have myself in, no one wants to help me. And that's fine, because as long as God give me something to do, I'm gonna do it. I'm always gonna invest in myself. I'm always gonna keep moving forward and pulling myself up by my bootstraps and up off the ground. I'm sure y'all have heard this on other nursing channels, but I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on going to school to be a nurse. But for now, I let go of the dream and I just give it to God, because I've been excited. I've been excited since March, since the first letter. And I'm tired and I feel defeated, and I'm hurting that being in a place where I'm trying to fix shit, I'm trying to do better, I want better, I'm going after better. I'm not ceasing fire. I'm giving it all I got, and I just feel like I'm being met with more resistance. than the resistance that's present when I know that there's something that has to be done and I just decide to sleep, or I decide to sit on the couch and get high and binge watch a TV series or two. Like, I'm hurting right now, y'all. I'm hurting right now. And to be honest with you, I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything, and a part of me feels like that's because I know God is fixing it. It is fine. But just because of my experiences lately, like I it's hard to vision it. I'm sorry to be a downer, you guys. I just want to be honest. Because when you're a person that's been hell-bent on changing your life because you know you deserve better and you want to get out of where you came from or where you started from. Like, I'm sitting here in North Carolina at work talking to y'all, but I feel like a little girl still in Florida in the hood. Y'all, I got on sweats because I'm going to the gym today. Just to do some stretching and nothing major, just a recovery workout. But I'm gonna go ahead and go because I still got a couple hours left at work, and I really don't want to be emotional at work because I've been fighting not leaving all day. So I'll talk to you guys later.